Hey everyone! Welcome to Update X24H, your go-to channel for the latest news, hottest dramas, breaking stories, and all the buzz from the world of entertainment. We're here to keep you updated, entertained, and always in the loop. Hit that subscribe button and join our growing family, because here at Update X24H, we bring you the news that matters, the drama you love, and the stories you can't miss. Thanks for being part of our community. Let's stay connected, stay updated, and keep the good vibes rolling. Stop everything, because what fans have waited years for has just become reality. Yuning and Song Zuer are now officially husband and wife.
No rumors. No speculations.
This time it's real. And the way it unfolded? Absolutely magical. In an era where celebrity relationships often play out like publicity stunts, Yuning and Song Zuer chose a quieter, more intimate path, and it made all the difference. Their wedding announcement didn't arrive with red carpets, flashing lights, or magazine exclusives. It came through a single understated photo on social media. Yet that simple image, unadorned, unfiltered, profoundly real, sent shockwaves across the internet and deeply moved their fans worldwide. The photograph captured the couple standing together in a sun-drenched garden, dressed in classic white attire. Their fingers were gently interlocked, and a calm joy radiated from their expressions. No dramatic poses, no designer labels in sight, just two people in love, choosing to share a private moment with the world. Beneath the image was a caption composed of only a few words. "We're beginning a new journey as husband and wife." That line alone was enough to light up every major platform, from Weibo to Instagram, trending on Twitter across multiple countries within minutes. What made the announcement so powerful wasn't its extravagance, but its sincerity. Fans, many of whom had followed their journey for years, felt as if they were being let in on a long-kept secret, finally revealed with gentle grace. There was something universally touching about the way they chose to share their joy, not through spectacle, but through authenticity. It was a quiet act that spoke volumes. Reactions were immediate and overwhelming. Thousands of comments poured in from across the globe, some cheering, others openly emotional. Fans wrote about feeling like they'd witnessed the growth of this relationship from its earliest, whispered rumors to this beautiful culmination. Some even likened it to watching childhood friends finally find each other after years of growing side by side. For many, the post was more than just celebrity news. It was a moment of real human connection. There's a unique kind of power in stories like this. The slow, organic unfolding of love in a world that often moves too fast. Lu and Zuer's choice to keep their relationship private for so long only amplified the meaning behind this quiet reveal. It wasn't performative. It was personal. And in making it personal, they reminded fans why they fell in love with the couple in the first place. Not just for their on-screen charm, but for their depth, integrity, and warmth. This announcement did more than just confirm a rumor. It affirmed something larger. That genuine love, when nurtured away from the noise, still holds value. That there is beauty in restraint. And that sometimes the quietest gestures speak the loudest truths. In a digital world saturated with noise, Yuning and Song Zuer gave us a rare moment of stillness. And in doing so, they made millions believe in love all over again. Long before their names appeared side by side in wedding headlines, Yuning and Song Zuer shared something far more subtle. An unfolding connection that began not under the spotlight, but quietly behind the scenes. Their story wasn't rushed, nor scripted. It grew, almost imperceptibly, between takes, rehearsals, and fleeting glances on set. And like all great love stories, it began with silence before words, observation before confession. They first met while working together on the historical drama, The Prisoner of Beauty. At the time, neither showed signs of anything more than professional respect. The atmosphere on set was demanding, and the pair maintained the sort of courteous distance expected between colleagues. Yet, those who were present say something began to shift. Slowly, almost delicately, their interactions began to soften. There were shared smiles that lingered just a little too long. Quiet laughter over private jokes. A kind of warmth that couldn't be faked. Colleagues recall moments when the two would stay behind after filming had wrapped for the day, not for work, but simply to talk. Sometimes about nothing. Sometimes about everything. A bond was forming, but it wasn't rushed or defined. It simply grew, honestly, steadily, and away from the pressures of fame. One moment in particular remains etched in the memory of fans. During a late-night shoot in cold weather, Lu Yuning, without hesitation, draped his jacket over Song Zuer's shoulders. It wasn't a gesture for the cameras, nor was it planned, but someone caught it nonetheless. That quiet act of care sparked a storm of speculation, and for many confirmation. It wasn't proof of a romance, not yet, but it was a glimpse of tenderness that hinted at something deeper. What makes their love story remarkable isn't its fairy tale arc, but its grounded humanity. It wasn't born of grand gestures, but of consistency, of being there, of choosing each other even when the world wasn't watching. As public figures, Lu and Zuer could have turned their connection into a performance. But they didn't. Instead, they chose privacy. They chose patience. And most importantly, they chose each other again and again, in moments no one else would ever see. Looking back now, it seems almost inevitable. The chemistry they shared on screen was more than just acting. It was rooted in something real, something already blooming in the shadows. It explains the ease with which they communicated, the subtle synchronicity in their movements, the way they instinctively supported each other in interviews without needing cues. Their relationship blossomed not in the glare of the cameras, but in the quiet in-between. That is where their love was built, where it grew strong enough to last. And by the time the world caught up, it was already something unshakable. It is a reminder that not all great love stories need to be loud. Some grow in the quietest corners, blooming softly in silence, until one day they emerge fully formed, ready to be seen, and more beautiful because they were nurtured in the dark. A secret romance hidden in plain sight reimagined. In a world where every glance between celebrities is scrutinized, and every rumor magnified, Lu Yuning and Song Zuer managed the seemingly impossible. They nurtured a deeply personal love story right before the public's eyes, yet far from its grasp. Their romance, quiet and unassuming, unfolded like a secret melody playing beneath the noise of the spotlight. It was there all along, hidden in plain sight, waiting only for the right moment to be heard. For nearly 2 years, whispers of their closeness circulated among fans and entertainment circles alike. There were hints, fleeting gestures at press events, the way they naturally stood beside each other in group photos, the subtle smiles exchanged during interviews. To most, it seemed like harmless friendliness. But for those paying closer attention, something more intimate was taking root behind those glances. Despite their rising fame and growing public attention, Lu and Zuer never confirmed nor denied anything. Instead, they chose to protect their connection, carefully sheltering it from the chaos of the media. It wasn't an act of deception, but of preservation. In doing so, they allowed their bond to mature far from the distortions of fame, keeping their most vulnerable moments theirs alone. There is something incredibly rare and admirable about that kind of discretion, especially in an industry where relationships are often paraded as performances. For Lu Yuning and Song Zuer, privacy wasn't just a boundary, it was an act of love. To walk red carpets together, to appear in the same dramas, to face flashing cameras, all while hiding a growing affection, required grace, strength, and a shared understanding. They were not hiding out of fear. They were protecting something sacred. When the truth finally surfaced, when Lu Yuning revealed they had been quietly dating for nearly 2 years, fans didn't feel betrayed by the secrecy. Instead, they felt privileged. It was as though they had just been let in on a deeply personal chapter of a story they had been quietly rooting for all along. What had once been speculation transformed into clarity. Every stolen look, every offhand compliment, every protective gesture. They all began to make perfect sense. Lu's own words during the marriage announcement added layers of depth to their quiet love story. He admitted he had been waiting for the perfect moment to propose, not for the cameras but for Zuer. That moment came not under studio lights, but beneath cherry blossoms in Japan. A place and time chosen not for spectacle, but for sincerity. Their romance, though hidden, was never hollow. It was real, rich with moments the public never saw, anchored by trust and quiet companionship. In a world that values noise, Lu and Zuer proved that silence can be powerful. And sometimes what grows in silence lasts longer than anything shouted from rooftops. Their secret was not about denial. It was about honor. And now that it's out in the open, it's clear that their love was never small. It was simply waiting for the right moment to be seen. This wasn't just a wedding. It was the joining of two families. Lu's mother openly called Zuer her daughter long before the wedding. Meanwhile, Zuer's protective father praised Lu as a man of character and quiet strength. Fans across Asia and the West were equally moved. Celebs like Dilraba, Hua Chenyu, and Zhao Shen publicly congratulated the couple. One fan wrote, "This feels like watching your best friends finally find their forever." Another simply said, "My faith in love? Restored." Though the couple will hold a private ceremony with only close friends and family, they also announced an open reception for fans and the media. The venue? A lakeside villa just outside Hangzhou, surrounded by pines and misty waters. The theme? Vintage romance soft hues, antique floral arrangements, and handwritten love letters as decor. They've also hinted at an acoustic duet performance at the reception, something fans are dying to see. One story that had fans laughing and crying? Lu once tried to impress Zuer by cooking seaweed soup, but forgot to rinse the salt. She ate every spoonful with a smile. "He's not perfect," she once said, "but he always tries." That's love. Moments like these are why fans see them as relatable, not unreachable. Clapperboard 7. What's next? Joint projects and a life together, 5:45 to 6:30. Marriage isn't the end. It's a beginning. The two have already confirmed a major romantic drama in production for 2026. Agencies confirmed both stars will continue working, with flexible schedules prioritizing their relationship. They aim to balance fame with real life and prove it's possible. This isn't just about two stars getting married. It's a rare, shining example of authentic love growing under pressure, under fame, and in front of millions. Their journey reminds us that no matter how chaotic the world feels, some love stories are real. They don't need grand speeches or luxury tabloids. Just sincerity, patience, and a heart that says, "Let's grow old together." What do you think of their love story? Do you believe true love still exists in today's celebrity world? Let us know in the comments. We read every single one. Beach balloon. And if you want more inspiring updates like this one, don't forget to white heavy check mark like this video. White heavy check mark subscribe to update X24H. White heavy check mark turn on the notification bell so you never miss a story that matters. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay kind, stay inspired, and stay updated. Dizzy, would you like me to generate thumbnail and title ideas? TikTok/Shorts caption version? Vietnamese version for localization? Let me know how you'd like to scale this content across platforms.